Hello and welcome to Country Life Simple. I hope you had a great Easter. I had a few days off between Easter and today being Sunday, and I've been doing heaps in the garden, which is really good because for the last 3 days it has rained. So everything, I planted all my my vegetable crop for our winter, our cooler months, because you know here in central Queensland we really only have hot and not so hot season. But anyway, I planted all my my winter vegetables, and with that beautiful rain it watered it all in nicely, and I can see the first seedlings coming up as well. I'm gonna take you outside hopefully today and show you around a bit, if it's not raining for a minute. But it's been pretty good. We had about 54 mils on Friday, and then another 15 yesterday, and I'm not sure, probably the same today. So it's been really good. All of our tanks are full. We are on tank water only. We don't actually have any town water here, so it's good, especially before the dry period starts. Normally between sort of the end of April and October there won't be any rain. Normally in July we've got a short shower, but that's about it. There's no rain for about 6 months. So yeah, we're welcoming it. Bit annoying at times, but still, welcoming it. So yeah, I'll see if I can show you around the garden a bit later on, and I also have, of course, a bread for you in store. So join me today and have a look around. It's Friday night, 8:15, and while some people are out partying and having dinners and all that sort of thing, I started preparing my pre-doughs for a rye-wheat bread, the family favorite. This one is 175 grams of rye flour, 175 grams of warm water, and about 20 grams of sourdough starter. And this is 175 grams of wheat flour, about 10 grams of starter, and 175 grams of cold water. I'm going to put these 2 bowls in the cold oven overnight, and tomorrow make a nice yummy bread. Alright, it's Saturday morning and we're starting with making our bread. I've got in this bowl, I've got 60 grams of hot water, and I'm gonna add 60 grams of spelt flour. Spelt flour actually has a fair bit of minerals in it, so it's quite good for your digestion. Adding 60 grams. And we're also adding some rye flour, of course, 175 grams of rye flour. Grams of salt, so a good tablespoon of salt, and then we add our ingredients from last night. So this is the rye mixture, 175 grams of rye, 175 grams of water, and about 20 grams of sourdough starter. Gonna add that. And sorry, the dogs are going off for some reason, probably some walkers, being a Saturday morning. It has rained all day yesterday, and now it just stopped and the sun's coming out. And then this is our wheat pre-dough from last night. Hopefully you can see those nice beautiful bubbles in here. So that was 175 grams of wheat, 175 grams of water, and about 10 grams of sourdough starter. You probably can add a little bit more, depending on how active your starter is. I always just eyeball the amount of starter. So just thinking if I have everything in there. Yes, I do. Let's put it in the stand mixer and get it kneaded. Kneaded. I never can say this properly. I will often say I'll just mix it. I know I'm not mixing it, but a word for Germans. So this has been kneading now for a few minutes and it's starting to come off on the sides, as you can see. So I'm going to turn this off and let it rest. Just in this bowl, I'm going to let it rest for about an hour and a half. And then we'll look at it. This is quite a sticky dough because it's a mixture of wheat and rye, which is normally quite sticky. But yeah, let's rest it for an hour and a half. Right, we let the dough rise for an hour and a half. And now we wet our hands, because otherwise it will really stick to your fingers. Take it out of here. It's a quite sticky and quite soft dough. And we just let some air out. And we form it into a longish sort of shaped piece of dough. So I've got my banneton ready. I'm going to add a little bit of flour. Rice flour is the best, but I don't have that, and I don't want to have just flour for a single purpose. And now got some and we'll put this in the banneton, some water over it. And we leave it in here like this for another half hour while we heat up the oven. So after half an hour, I have preheated the oven to 250 degrees Celsius, and this is how the bread looks like now. I'm now gonna, as usual, carefully try to put it on here without burning my fingers. And I'm gonna cut it across like this. And then I'm gonna bake it for 10 minutes at 250 degrees and then reduce the temperature to 190 degrees for another 45 minutes. Alright, it is an hour later. Let's have a look. Oh, that looks extremely yummy. Just in time for lunch too. I'm going to let this cool down a bit. Yum. Alright, let's cut the bread, see how it looks like from the inside.
Yeah.
Look at that. Beautiful, like a typical German bread, just like we like it. I hope you give it a go as well. Doesn't look like it's going to stop raining, so I decided to take you around with my umbrella and I'll show you around the garden. So this is my vegetable garden, and I've put this path here in between. So before there was only grass here, and it was, you know, pain to mow, and then it got weedy, and this is now a lot neater and a lot nicer. Haven't got too much going on here just yet. There's a few little seedlings coming up, some snow peas, and this is a pawpaw tree. It's got a few pawpaws growing there. There. And a few on the other side as well. There's some cucumbers coming. I know cucumbers are normally a summer vegetable, but I do grow a certain type of cucumbers during winter. So yeah, that was the pile of 5 cubic meters of dirt. Oh, sorry, of mulch. A lot of it I laid here. Mulched this garden bed there, and also mulched around the chook-pem. Looks quite neat now. Had a big issue with grasshoppers this year, so my nectarine tree got decimated by grasshoppers. Had lots of guava this year. This is a new lemon tree, got some lemons on it, and I got heaps of limes. We had mojito nights. And then there's the grapefruit growing for middle of this year. There should be, look how many there are. I always have heaps of grapefruit, and they grow like, they're big grapefruit. Yeah, they're not little, and they all grow like little clusters. See here, they grow like bloody grapes. Heaps of them. And here I've got mandarins. Not that many this year, but we already eaten a few too. I'm not even going to show you the chook-pen, it looks horrible. Looks full of weeds, unfortunately. I've got my pineapple growing here, and my grapes. I'm not sure what this one is yet. Gotta let it grow a little bit taller and see what happens to it. Chilies, which my mum recently picked and I made chili powder out of. I got apple, this is actually 2 trees, and then there's another tree there. And then just some decorative stuff and some passion fruit. But yeah, it's rather wet. There's Janus. What are you doing? Sitting in the rain? Also mulched this garden bed here. Still a bit of mulch left. Why are you sitting in the rain, mister? This is a nice little seating area. Jasmine over it. And yeah, as you can tell, it's misty. Actually, if I show you around here, we had a big fire. This is our fire pit. Had a big fire there a few days ago, just before the rain. See how misty it is? Beautiful. What you see in the back there is a big skip bin. We decluttered big time. We got rid of a lot of stuff out of the shed. There's a lot of stuff from my husband's parents who are now in a nursing home. So that is ready to be collected. And you can actually see how much the grass has grown. We only had it for about a week, not even. But yeah, this is all stuff to be taken away. It is actually a lovely day. We harvested some dragon fruit, the dragon fruit cacti over there. And yeah, all of our tanks are overflowing. Really good to see. Janus, what do you got? I gave him a buffalo ear or something like that before, and he's been carrying it around. What do you got? Hey? This needs some mulching too. And that's a project for another time. He's really nice and green. It's been a really good year, rain-wise. Yep, still standing there thinking about what to do with his ear. Eat it! Overflowing here too. Chook pen, bit messy. And here, this is tarragon. And I started to mulch here, but I didn't finish before the rain started. Pomegranates. More limes. And had a lot of figs this year too. Love figs. This is where I sit and watch the rain. Now the ears over here. Yeah. This is the lemon tree. Lemons are slowly coming on. And this is my little cottage garden. I work out of this window there, so I can see this. I love to look at this, but it needs weeding. What do you got? Hey? What do you got? I think I'm gonna pour myself a nice glass of wine and then sit over here and enjoy the rain. I hope you have a good weekend as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!